Trusted one name for over 2 years. BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at doubledigitcovers.com and call now for today's free winner at 1-855-489-3500. That's 1-855-489-3500. Stop guessing and start winning today at doubledigitcovers.com.
Want a chance to win the Poker Notes Live premium version for free, valued at $10? Poker Face News is offering an exclusive promotion only to the Mark Hoke Show listeners, whereby one version of the Poker Notes Live premium app is being given away for free every week. To win one, sign up to the Poker Face News email newsletter, where you will also be the first to hear exclusive interviews with some of poker's most interesting personalities, as well as much more. Sign up now at pokerfacenews.com/Mark Hoke. That's no spaces, no dashes, pokerfacenews.com/Mark Hoke.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
Jesus, Nate, what a horrible break on my part.
What?
Dead air.
Did air? Oh, just that 1 second? Oh,
Yeah,
that's...
I suck.
Oh,
Wow. This is horrible and pathetic. That's all right. That's the Mark Hoke Show, everybody. Yeah.
it's ran by humans.
Oh. Hey, we're going to have another special guest.
And?
I'm
That's
excited.
Going to be...
Al Can Hang is going to join us here real quick.
Oh, awesome.
So as soon as Al, he's having some laptop issues, he's going to reset his laptop and come on the show. So Al Can Hang, who had some surgery recently, he's working one leg right now.
Oh.
No, not that leg.
He had to do it before the series.
Yeah, exactly.
Why am I getting an echo?
I don't know. I didn't do it.
Okay.
I can hang up on you and call back.
Okay.
I'll only do that just in case. Yeah, we're not calling the group. We'll get Nate Dowland back on there. But thanks for joining us on the Mark Hoke Show. Hey, we got a tournament going on, kids. Featured table is up on the board right now. We got Kenneth. 161-68 there in seat 1. The Mopper in seat 2. XX Esoteric in seat 3. JB Wisconsin in seat 4. Who's jumping out to an early lead there. Mad City Ads, otherwise known as Nate Douchebag there in seat 5.
Douchebag.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Nate Dowland. Clemson Donks in seat 6. Burner 220 in seat 7. Clandy in seat 8. Coolering Pro, he won a table. He is in seat number 9.
And even get in with your friends and all get together and buy a table. I mean, there's back when I had my home games, you couldn't even find a table manufacturer in Madison, Wisconsin. But we'd go and we actually bought felt from the guy that made all the pool tables in town, and felted our own little round tables.
Don't have to do that anymore. You got off-tail poker tables. It's awesome.
Right.
All right, so we're going to have another special guest.
Get him on. Get him on.
So we'll have Alcan Hang coming on in a second. All in a call, and Kenneth in big trouble. The Mopper is going to take him out. So Mopper bops Kenneth. Sweeps him off the table.
I've also been real quiet about what else I've been up to, because I'm also in the $250 Invitational on.
Yeah, how do you get into that thing, by the way?
You have to play a hand, I believe.
Oh, shit. Why didn't I just play a hand? God.
A real money hand.
Yeah, why didn't I do that? I feel stupid. Because I wanted to play that today, and I was like, wait, I can't get in.
Oh, you mean the 1500?
Well, that too.
They had the 1500, and that's I think you have to deposit. And that's not something I do. I'm not a depositor.
I deposited.
And you didn't qualify?
Oh,
you had to reload this month, too.
Oh, I had to reload.
If you made a deposit earlier and didn't reload this month, then you don't get it.
Oh, okay.
That's a huge free roll. But there was like 525 people in it. So only one person gets a $1,500 seat out of that.
Fine with me. I'll play for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's opportunity knocking right there.
I agree. There's I'm in the money of this. There was 253. I'm sitting in dead last place with 272 chips left. But I'm in the money.
I still want to see. I still want to see if JJ Crosby. Sarah Grant's out there too. I shouldn't try and get away with it again, should I? I should.
Ooh, if you can get Sarah Grant, you might as well.
I could. Should I try?
Yeah.
We'll get her on with Al. She likes Al, I think. I hope. We'll give it a shot. Let's see if she's busy. She got engaged. God, it's so depressing.
Depressing? Why is it depressing?
Because
you're married. You're married already.
Oh, Sarah would be hard to turn down. That would be very, very difficult to turn down. She's a wonderful lady. Nope, no answer from Sarah Grant. It was a worthwhile effort though.
I did watch her interview with Rasty right before yours.
Yeah, mine was better though.
Okay.
Nate. Come on.
Okay, if you say so.
Different venue.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think they were sitting in like Rast's house, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she was just kind of hanging out. Those are awesome interviews for Sarah. She can just sit there and get drunk, and nobody's just hang out, and it's perfect. Get a little Chardonnay going. It looks like Esoteric's in a little bit of a hand with JB Wisconsin. Just took that down. Probably ought to give everybody a tournament update here, just for fun. Let me get the old standings board up there. We'll take a look. We are down to 16 players left. JB Wisconsin is your leader at start of the hand at 47.85. I hear the windows open, by the way. Did you hear that?
I heard a car drive by.
Yeah,
right?
that was a motorcycle. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I guess we should have shut the window.
Vegas weather. It's beautiful out.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
if you guys don't like it, come out here and try to sit in your house without a window open today. It's like 75 and sunny, partly cloudy.
Wife was at the pool.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So JB Wisconsin there leading the way. We got the Mopper is in second place at 40.58. We got Guitar 195X at 35.50. Rock Forever 34.15 and XXSO.
Oh, I knew I should have called. I had the 5 with my 2. I even showed the 2 just to be a smart ass, and then he shows me a complete bluff. I don't know why I folded there. I'm such a donkey. I'm a nit.
That's all right.
It was Guitar 195 that made the move. That was nice. Remember, you can bluff a good poker player. You can't bluff a bad one.
Exactly. Trust me, I've done it. Doesn't work. Not at all. No siree, Bob. So we have 16 players left in this one. Of course, our top third will score points tonight, and they're starting to get a little critical, Nate.
How is there so much in this freaking pot?
And if you need to see the standings, they are on the Facebook page of The Mark Hoke Show. Just go on Facebook.com/The Mark Hoke Show. And
I know you're talking and selling and everything, Mark, but I'm in the middle of a poker game here. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cooling Pros.
Oh, you're taking on Cooling Pro. He's probably got like deuce.
I'm trying. I'm praying he folds.
He probably had deuce 5 hanging under there. You better watch out. He's thinking about it, too. He's going to call.
He heard me say, I'm praying he folds here. That's the bad thing. When I'm asking you to fold in the radio, you want to make that call.
Jesus.
Right? No, he was.
That was so mean. Wow. Big hand there for Mad City Ads as Coolering Pro is fuming right now.
Why? I was hoping he didn't call. I didn't want to take all of his chips.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What? I want a poker table. I'll put an air mattress on it. I'll sleep on top of it in here. That's okay.
Well, shall we see if Al is ready? Let me text him here. We'll see if he's ready.
I was going to say, can't you do it other than
I could just,
the roulette wheel?
I could just ask. That would be a good idea. Oh, I'm so sad Nolan Dahl didn't come on. But we did get Tony Dose from DoubleDigitCovers.com and the chip burner, Robert Turner, joined us live out at the bike, hanging out, getting ready for that big Omaha tournament going on.
Yeah, he's there with Mr. Rast and Jeff Madsen out at the WSOP Academy. Speaking of which, if David Bakes Baker is your cup of tea for poker player, he's going to be putting on a WSOP Academy out at Harrah's in New Jersey. So go over to WSOPAcademyLive.com, check that out, and type in the word Hoke and find out how much your discount is. It's at least $100 off. So that's a pretty good price for a advanced academy like that. So check it out, WSOPAcademyLive.com.
Speaking of advanced academies, here's Al Canang.
Yeah, man, I have nothing to do with any academy. I can't teach anybody anything.
You can teach them how to drink, Al.
Well, usually by the time to get to me, they've got it down pretty good as well.
There you go. Al Canang joining us here on the Mark Hoke Show. Is another improvised guest just for you guys. It's bonus guest day. We lose one, we get two. That's how it works here. Al, what the hell's going on, man? Now, you got a boo-boo, right?
I got much more than a boo-boo. I got a good one.
So what's the story, buddy?
Man, I wish it was something exciting. I wish I could say I was hooking up with a couple, strippers and somebody came up and bashed me in the leg or something, but I was in Key West. It was the morning. I was sober, and I fell down a flight of steps like an old man would. It basically shattered the bottom part of my left leg.
Oh my God!
Ouch.
Yeah, I broke my ankle, tore tendons, and broke my tibia in 3 places.
Good Lord!
Yep, I don't do anything half-assed.
Wow! Stop, drop, and roll next time, my friend.
You know what? Yeah, that's what everybody keeps saying. It's like, oh, you obviously weren't drunk or you wouldn't have broken your leg.
So are you going to be in the kart races with Doyle this year down the aisles of the Rio?
You know what, man? I keep wanting to get one of those freaking carts, but I don't have any. My little hometown. I don't have any reason for it. I'm hobbling around on crutches, but
you can rent.
I only
them.
have another couple weeks keeping pressure off the leg. I have a checkup and I've gone through surgery. I'm going through the recovery, and I'm already in a boot, but I just can't put weight on it. So I get about another 2-3 weeks of recovery, little rehab time, and then
great pain medication.
Oh yeah, oh man, I tell you what, for somebody with raging alcoholism, I do not like pills at all. Give me booze. They gave me a Percocet in the emergency room, and I hated it, and so I toughed it. The first 2 days after surgery were pretty freaking painful. I popped the Percocets like M&M's, just to numb the pain. But after that, yeah, I didn't like the way it felt. So, I got 2 bottles full of Percocets sitting around here that if anybody breaks in my house is gonna get rich.
Boom! There you go. Same for the WSOP, Al. You can get a buy-in.
Oh, please! No, let's not orchestrate a drug deal on the radio show. Come on now.
Yeah, I could use it for my medical bills because guess who just dropped their insurance in December?
Oh God!
Hey, surgery's expensive.
Yeah. Well, hey, you got Obamacare, right?
Yeah, I don't get political, but yeah, I got kind of hosed.
What a shock. Anyway, well, Al, we do wish you the speedy recovery, and but I think you got to have a doctor's note for the World Series when you get out here. Everybody knows you got hurt, so just no matter what, people listen to the podcast, but probably not the people that need to. So get your certification and you can scooter around all the time, man. It'll be beautiful.
Dude, you don't need doctor's note or anything to get one of those scooters.
Not at all. You can rent one down on the strip. They're like $35 a day.
Yeah, go to Rio. You give them your player's card, and boom, $35 a day. You can zoom all over to Rio. You don't need a doctor's note or anything.
Well, I'm trying to get you one for free.
They even got big ones.
Fat boys like us.
Yeah, like with big wheels and stuff. They're great. When I was down on the strip, I used to see guys on them all the time. I'm like, yeah, I just rented it down there. But you might have a problem getting like a shuttle to let your daughter that was riding one. Shuttle drivers don't like to help non-handicapped people.
There was that one douche nozzle at the Rio for a couple of years was riding around on a Segway.
Yeah, I remember that.
Just about running people over.
Well, maybe you could take over that douche nozzlery.
No, dude, I can barely walk half the time at the Rio. I can't do a Segway.
I'd pay to see it.
Oh, so would I. I've always wanted to ride a Segway. I've just never had a chance. It's pretty cool.
Well, let's talk a little bit of poker just for fun.
What the heck?
Yeah, why not? Al, so much happening. I'm going to ask you about these cheating scandals that came up. All these fake chips and things going on. And I'm curious to get your take on this and what's going to need to be done to correct this situation.
Well, there is no easy solution. The one that's going around there, especially for these high-end poker tournaments, these really big buy-in tournaments, or even anything with a big prize pool or a reasonable prize pool, is sooner or later they're gonna have to go to RFID chips.
Yep.
I mean, even the big denomination cash chips, because they had that couple in at Maryland Live dumping what they bought $150,000 worth of fake chips and were trying to dump them at Maryland Live. You heard about that, right?
Yes, it did. I mean, that's
So I don't know. They've had the technology, but I don't think it was going to take something like this probably for them to really start pushing it up, because it was a couple of years ago they were talking about it. Not today, chip counting and all that kind of stuff, but now you're seeing these incidents pop up where not so much the dude down in Florida, he just freaking tagged one.
Yeah.
But then you got King Flusher, who was dropping dropping those chips in the Borgata. I don't know. I think sooner or later just got to. I still don't know how that because there's still up and down to that too, because just off the top of my head, you can, if it's a one-day tournament, you can introduce them, right? Because I'm not sure how the technology works, but you could have a dirty stack with good chips and bad chips, and so I don't know. But I think they got to make their chips tougher to counterfeit, I guess, and look at the technology. Try and get technology to help. But you know what? They caught these guys. I wonder if it makes you wonder where else it happens, because we know it's happened before. So who knows? The counterfeit chip, that guy just had stones.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Because one end of the day chip count is all it takes to say, hey, wait a minute, there's X amount of chips in play, and there's twice that in the chip counts.
Why would you even think you could get away with it? I just don't get it.
I don't know, especially tournament. I can understand the cash chips, just because hey, you got you only got to get away with it one at one specific.
Well, he spent $12,000, and then they floated those in the lake too.
Yeah,
the wrong one.
Yeah, but like the tournament chips, you got to get them into play, and then you got to get to the end of the tournament. And these tournaments are never coming out of play through the end of the tournament. Whereas the cash game chips, if you can somehow get them into play or get them to the cage and get them through, boom, your involvement's done. But yeah, either way, they have to embrace technology. I guess they're slid along long enough without investing the money in the technology to improve security. I guess time for them to take another look at it.
Yep. So what do you think of World Series schedule, Al?
The World Series schedule. Honest to God, I haven't looked at it too in depth because I'm not sure what I'm playing, what I'm working, what I'm doing. But I like how they've changed it up. They brought back the bigger buy-in non-hold'em games, and I think that was something that Mac Lance really was championing, whatever that word.
Shabanama, yeah.
Yeah, Shamalama Ding Dong. He was really trying to get. He was very vocal. I did an interview with him for poker listings. They got folded into a bigger article about the whole. People complaining about the non-hold'em championships disappearing into 5Ks. Interested to see how that goes. See how the 5 p.m. tournaments hold up this year with the bigger buy-in events.
Dealer's choice, playing or not?
No. You couldn't pay me to play that game. No way.
Do you like the event though?
I think it's interesting. I think it's a interesting idea. I'm too much of a nit to get involved in that kind of stuff, man. I'll stick to my I'll stick to a little Hold'em, a little Omaha. That's about it. And Pai Gow.
Of course, the Pai Gow.
Hey, I keep telling Jack, get World Series of Pai Gow. I'm king.
Al could win a bracelet in Pai Gow.
Hey, I forgot to look. Did they bring back the OFC?
Nope.
Man, that was a clusterfuck. Hey, wait, can I say that on?
Yes, you can.
Can I say that on the air?
Yes, this show you can say fuck. It's all right.
All right. Yeah, that was a hot freaking mess when they ran that last summer.
Well, they put it on.
Great cash action though. That did create a lot of cash action.
Still makes no freaking sense to me. These guys are just lighting money on fire.
It's just action. All it is action.
It's action, but go sit in the freaking lobby and play it. Why are you gonna pay a dealer to deal? It's freaking it's freaking Chinese poker. Why do you need to have a dealer? Why do you need to pay rake?
Well, these guys are shy.
Right. And I'm the guy who played your super low limit OFC, sitting on the back deck of our house.
There you go.
That makes more sense to me because then I can drink and smoke and carry on, and have a good time, eat my bacon.
I agree.
Very nice. So what else is going on, Al? Anything else interesting right now that you've been checking out? I
know Parks has a big tournament going on right up the road for me here. But the old Kevin Math flamed out in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, well,
not.
Hey, it's the bitches that'll get you.
Yeah, Kevin had a little bust out today that wasn't real good. So
I ran his queens in the sevens, and then monkey shoved queen 7, but with 5 bigs. It happens.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I tried to get Mac Lance to come over and pay for my medical bills because my orthopedic surgeon is literally right across the street from Parks Casino.
Oh, there you go. You could have got some work done over at Parks. Sign up.
Yeah, you know what? That's. I thought about going in there, but I was in so much freaking pain. I was like, you know what? I don't need to go to Parks.
Well, future considerations.
But, yeah, other than that, and everybody getting their full tilt money. Well, most people getting their full tilt money back was pretty cool.
I was going to say, not everybody's gotten it yet. I know a few guys that haven't gotten it that are still complaining.
I didn't get mine, but I didn't put in a claim. Because I had pulled all my money out, and I'm pretty sure I had somewhere around $2 in my account.
Yeah, 22 cents I had.
I had 40 and transferred it to somebody, and I just never bothered to call them up. So.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about people getting. I haven't been on the Twitters that much the last couple of weeks, but people getting jacked up over their selling their bankrolls. I haven't seen any word on that yet. That was a big concern, is people selling, people not expecting to get their full tilt money back, and selling their bankroll at pennies on the dollar.
Oh, that's right. I forgot people were doing that.
Yeah. So I haven't seen anything. People, because now all of a sudden, boom, that money hits your account. You got to turn that over.
Oh my God!
You got to turn the whole nut over.
I totally blanked on that. I forgot people were. Yeah, that was all over social media and the forums. People were like, "Oh, sounds salty for."
Yeah, when Black Friday, that whole year. I mean, there was a big. I think probably was threads on all over 2+2 about liquidating your bankroll because the odds of ever seeing it again. So yeah, interesting. I haven't seen any big stink. I'm sure Kev Math probably have a better feel if anything's popped up on the old monkey forums.
Oh well, it looks like we're gonna have Kevin on next week. So
because I know a crap ton of people sold off their bankrolls.
Wow, that is, I totally forgot that. We'll talk to Kevin about that. I believe he's going to be on next week, so we'll definitely discuss that with him. Oh, well, I suppose we ought to get to this tournament we're running here. So, Al, thank you for being an improvised guest today. I appreciate it.
Hey, no worries. Anytime, buddy.
Hey, and take care of yourself, all right? No more.
Hey, I'm sitting around. I'm streaming Netflix. I'm watching House of Cards and West Wing and trying to recoup my leg. That's all I'm doing.
All good. Well, take care of yourself, buddy. We will see you again very soon, I hope.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
You got it.
All right, good luck.
Thanks. Al can't hang, everybody.
Always fun to listen to.
See, we're just having
Better
fun.
breed. Wow, they folded to me? Oh, wow, all I had was sevens. Whew. Boy, that's why you have to keep up the pressure. Never fail to fire that bullet, guys. Whew, you guys are easy. I had the sevens under and the ace showing, and they just go ahead and let me have it on the river.
Got a text from Nolan Dalla, by the way.
Oh.
Ready? Are you ready for this? I'll quote it.
Yes.
Okay. First one is, "Oh shit." Second one is, "I lost track of time, didn't set my watch forward. Fuck. It's a J, not a K."
Oops.
So
yeah. Oh, that's right. He probably has an actual watch and doesn't look at that electronic one that everybody else does that automatically changes and tells the right time. He's got one of those fancy ones.
Oh, that is unbelievable. Well, let's get an update on it. Yeah, should I try to get Nolan to call? See if he can call in real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll have a split podcast today. We'll double it up. Let's take a look real quick at what's going on. I'll tell you what, Nate, you want to break this down, and I'll take care of Nolan.
Break down let's see here. We've got in the horse tournament. Click here to see the list of players. As I got a bet over here. Currently, there's 8 of us with chips left. Mad City Eds, I'm in first. Rock Forever 7 is in second. Morpheus is in third. Zombie Paradox. I'm just not talking because I'm playing in 3 games.
No.
It's all my fault, right? Let's see here. There's more games popping up than I can go for.
I'm sorry, bear with me. I'm almost done.
I'm bearing. Bear with me. I'm playing 3 games here, so.
Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, Mad City Ads picking up some chips there. It is a pretty tight tournament. Rock Forever at 6,900. XX Esoteric at 6,200. JB Wisconsin a little over the 6,000 chip mark. Rounding 0216 going to get some points probably tonight, barring any disasters. He's at 5,908. Mad City Ads trying to score some extra points here too at 3,789. Guitar 195X at 3,765. Burner 220 is at 3,452. And the Mopper still hanging around 1933.
You're so good at that, Mark.
Thank you.
I'm not used to the names yet. I don't know why. It's like my 5th week.
I know they're English. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Blinds are 125, 250 with a 30 ante. So a lot of pain going on out there right now. XS Esoteric just picking up that pot. So we had 19. So that's going to be top 6, I believe. Either 6 or 7 will score tonight. I forgot if there's a roundup. You'd think I'd remember that by now. I'll double check that. So some pretty critical spots at this point. Of course, S. Brisk is leading the way in the point standings. And we, of course, do have those up on Facebook right now on the Mark Hoke Show Facebook page through event number 9 if you want to check that out.
Can you read them off? Or no, I'll go over to Facebook.
I would, but if I pop it up, it's going to cover the window of the of what's on your screen right now, so I'd rather not. You can just go look at the Facebook page. By the way, we're like 30 followers away from 1,000 for the show on the Mark Hoke Show account. Combined with the KLAV show, we're way over that. But if you're not following the show on Twitter, it's at Mark Hoke Show. Would certainly appreciate a follow. And I guess I should get this chat box up too. No, it's just Brisk. Okay. But yeah, if you want to follow the show, really appreciate it. We've had a massive increase of followers over the past few weeks, man.
Well, yeah, you should be, especially because it's repetition, Mark. Everybody's getting used to you yet, especially out here in Vegas where you're brand new. You still got that accent you came into town with.
I've got the new car smell still.
Yeah. Once you get rid of the new car smell, you're going to be great.
There's been a drink or two spilled in the car, but nobody's noticed yet.
People are getting used to you. They're remembering, oh, yeah, it's the Mark Hoke Show. What was that guy's name that we heard on the radio? That's what you're getting when they're coming inside from being half drunk, from getting home from the casino and all those free cocktails.
It's perfect.
Especially in drive time now, 3 p.m. Wednesdays.
It's freaking awesome, dude. I love being on drive time. It's just like an extra stigma of superstardom that comes with that. I go from D- to maybe D+.
Yeah, now you're the face that gets yelled at on the radio.
Yeah.
Tell me the traffic.
You know what I want to do sometime though? I'm going to buy an ad on one cab. Just one.
Then spend the money and make bumper stickers instead.
I could do that.
And then just go around and slap them on the back of people's cars. You'll get much more ad time.
Oh, they'll love that.
Hey. Don't do it to something like, well, unless you see Howard's car. You see Howard's car, we'll Hoke that car right up.
Oh, man. It'll go from an Audi to a Hokey.
A bunch of purple bumper stickers that say the Mark Hoke Show.
You know what I'd love to do? I know some people that know where he lives. I would love to do a show right outside his house.
I cannot be involved in that. I'm friends with his brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
His brother-in-law used to play at my home game every Monday night while he was in college up in Madison, and he married Katie Lederer.
Well, I wouldn't say really bad things about him. It'd just be outside his house.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
can
just saying,
broadcast.
I just can't be involved. Not to say I wouldn't root for you guys.
It'd be fun. Come on. Could you imagine the moment of the Howard Lederer get off my lawn moment?
Have you ever read Katie Lederer's book about the family?
No, I've just gone by the stories that I've heard.
Pick the book up. Do a search for Katie Lederer, and she wrote a book about the family. And definitely pick that up. It tells you how they became who they are through gambling. Even I mean, there's a lot of people that know of them outside of the poker world, where I even know like neighbors. So it's funny.
Interesting. Oh, JB Wisconsin is disconnected. Boy, that's a rotten time for that to happen.
That's a big pot to be disconnected on.
Yeah, no doubt. So Rock Forever still out in front. We lost. Dirks 69 was eliminated there in 9th place, by the way. Or 10th place. Yeah, 9th. Excuse me.
Such a nit. Sorry.
Wow.
I'm such a nit.
Well,
I'm a nit.
Against Rock Forever, I don't blame you for folding that up. So Rock is your leader right now. We still got a long way to go in this tournament, but these blinds do move pretty quick. 5-minute blinds. So right now, 125, 250. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get down to the Orleans. I'm disappointed, but...
And that's the hard part about Vegas, Mark, especially working as hard as you do. You're sitting at home, you've got your you've done all your work all week. It's hard to make time to get out there and play poker, but you can make time. You're sitting there right now. You can pop open like Ace Play Poker and win yourself a jump off the stratosphere.
Yeah, that is. We do have that coming up tonight, right?
No, I'm at the final table. There's 3 left right now.
Oh, scheisse.
Oh, scheisse.
I won the Tower Throw tournament last night, so.
Yeah, well, I'm the chip leader. I got 41,000, and Angel's still got a jump off the stratosphere.
Well,
maybe we can make it a huge moment, and you and Angel can jump off the stratosphere. If I win this, I'm gonna push you off the stratosphere.
Oh, that's great. I'm sure a lot of people will be happy about that. No, actually, if you're giving it up, I'd rather you give it to my wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because she wants to do that for her birthday.
Does she?
Yes.
Ooh. Interesting. What's she gonna do for me for her birthday?
Oh, whatever you need, buddy. I guarantee you'll be better than the $80 rub and tug.
Rub and tug.
/ diving into the razor blades.
He's drawn to an ace for the river card. He didn't get it. I'm at 50,000 and he's gone, so we're heads up for a jump. And Angel's yelling at me saying, "No, don't give it away."
What?
We'll talk. She pays, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she's jumped off the stratosphere. And I tell you what, she had more energy for a straight week, Mark, from that adrenaline. You probably don't get that much adrenaline in your face like that. And it's amazing. I should throw up the link for the I'll put the video up on RogueWire later tonight. I've got the video right here. And I'll throw the video up on RogueWire later tonight. Everybody can take a look at it.
Very nice.
And then she's got another one that she wants to do, but we were up there the other day and she didn't jump because we ate the buffet.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's not the thing to do before you jump off the largest building west of the Mississippi. That's just not a good decision.
It's fun.
See, the worst part would be too is that if you did puke, it just comes right back in your face. It's not going down; that's going up. I mean,
is it? No, you got to forcefully do it away from you, because if not, your friends are sitting literally like just 10 feet away from you. So when it's coming down, you want to make sure you get some on them too.
I will place a bet that you will not be able to escape the puke trail if you're jumping off that thing. I will place that bet.
You don't think your puke will travel faster than you if you're puking and it's
you're
shooting it out?
I think it's going to come back in your face. You might be able to tilt your head up a little bit, but you're still going to get something.
Let's find out. We're going to fill you up with ice cream and all those things that are going to make you go, and then we're going to make you drink a full gallon of milk and then push you off. And we're going to see if it comes back in your face.
Screw that. But hey, guess what? We have a phone call.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll try and get you back on the line then, Nate. But
right.
Guess who's on? The man who actually goes by a regular watch. It is Nolan Dahl, everybody.
Do I get to come on the show and be your closer? Is that the way it works?
You are the closer right now, man. We got a tournament going on. You're the man picking up the pieces at the end.
You know, it's funny, when Johnny Carson used to have the show, I'll date myself here, they would put on like the author or the guy that nobody really cared about. They put him in the last 2 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
I think that's my role here, huh?
Oh, come on, Nolan. We like you a little better than that. That's all right. I rolled up 2 more guests while you were while we didn't have you. So.
Hey, awesome. My bad. I guess I need to buy a wristwatch, huh?
Yeah, maybe. It's all good. So what's new, buddy? How you doing?
Well, it's a great day to be in Las Vegas. An exciting time to be in poker. I can't wait to hear the show. This latest one, you got the best guest except for me. You got the best guest in poker, I think, huh?
Yeah, I generally like to think so. There's still a few we got to get, Nolan. I'm going to have to have you call in a favor for me.
Well, you get in line.
Man, I got 3 guys. I've got 3 guys that are just killing me that they haven't come on the show yet.
Who are the 3?
Ivy, Brunson, and believe it or not, Esfandiari has dodged me.
Well, you'll get the last 2. Yeah, Brunson will do it. Just give him time. He doesn't like these things too much anymore. Ivy's a different case. You know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't take it personally. You know, a lot of these people, keep in mind that the interesting thing that average people don't realize, and we do because we talk to these people, they really don't want to be famous. They don't like walking around and being, all of there's a lot of baggage that come with, being a celebrity. And these guys are just, all three of them are really just poker players. Probably Espondiari is a little different. I mean, he's, does the magician thing and somewhat a little more flamboyant than the other two. But the other two are just, basically poker players who happen to be celebrities.
Yeah. One thing I was thinking, and it'll be interesting to discuss this with you, because it was on my mind last night that, I was thinking about, boy, it'd be fun to get Phil Ivey on the show. And then I was really thinking about if he would be a person that would be willing to get out there more. Not only would he be a great person to have out in front of poker, but what kind of a role model would he be for the African American community, to outreach to those kids a little bit and say, hey, you know what, if you work hard, you put everything you have into it, you can succeed, and maybe give them another person to look up to. I mean, is that, you think that's something that would ever cross Phil's mind?
Boy, that's a really good question. I think the problem is that when we try to project our own sense of social responsibility onto others, that's always a recipe for disappointment. And I don't mean that, look at us, how great we are because we're a little more socially conscious. It's just that some people are just not involved in that way, and for whatever reason. And sometimes it takes, as in our case, it's not like we were born this way. We had things happen in our lives that jolted us into, again, I call it a social awareness or a greater sense of responsibility beyond ourselves. And that's kind of what you're talking about with Phil Ivey here. And, I guess I know Ivey reasonably well, but he hasn't had that experience, nor maybe he does feel that way and has weighted against the loss of privacy and maybe just the cost of being, more famous than he is. And he just says, hey, it's not worth it. I mean, everybody has their own reasons. And you got time for about a 30-second story?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
All right, I'll tell you something that Bob Stupek told me once. In fact, I was writing a story about Bob Stupek, and people that don't know him, he's really an icon. He was Steve Wynn before Steve Wynn, meaning he was a great promoter. He built the Stratosphere, basically, and he was really an extraordinary person. I mean, really very interesting man. And he told me once, this is back about 15 years ago, we were talking, and I said, hey, Bob, you ran for governor, ran for mayor of Las Vegas, and he's always out in the public eye. And he said, one thing I've learned, if you want publicity, he said, they got the cameras here and you're here. He said, you don't run toward the cameras if you want publicity. You run away from them. And I always remembered that, and I thought, that's true in celebrity culture, isn't it? That the people in Hollywood or politics or whatever that run away from the cameras, those are usually the most coveted, those are the coveted interviews. And I think that's why Ivey, to a certain extent, because of the mythology that's associated with him, I think it's in large part because he runs away from the cameras.
That is a good point. Kind of like that hot girl that never talks to you. You know what? She's the one. She's the one you want.
We always want that which we can have. There's some truth in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, something to look. I wanted to talk to you about Poker Night in America too, because I'll tell you what, it looks like you boys have something pretty special going on over there at Maryland Live. We're gonna have some poker rolling on the tube, huh?
Yeah, it's going to come here in the next few months. So, I mean, we've been talking a good game here. Now it's time to deliver, and we'll be coming up with a major announcement about a new television show that's not just about poker, but about the lifestyle behind the poker tables and players, and it's called Poker Night in America. I'm really excited about this because it just shows poker, I think, in a different dimension. And what I mean by that is it's not just the cards and the chips and the money and that thing. I mean, that's really been highlighted to a great extent by ESPN and the World Poker Tour. But we're looking at maybe something a little different here, and really a lot of average players. We're not just looking for stars. So I'm excited about the show. It should be coming up in a few months, and maybe before the show debuts, I'll come on your show if I can make it on time and tell you a little more about it.
I tell you what, I am dying to either. I'm debating whether I put up a package to play in the World Series or I put up a package to play on Poker Night in America. I am so torn on that. You have no idea, because I would love to be on the show.
Well, that's nice. I mean, the World Series is, I think, a special case. I mean, that's the one thing that every poker player is after is that gold bracelet. And I still am associated with the World Series many years. And to me, that's really the pinnacle of achievement in the game. Whereas Poker Night in America, I think, is a little different. It's a way to have a little more fun and maybe, again, I call it a different side of the game. And again, I think that, poker is so big now, with so many players in so many different countries, that there's enough room to have a lot of different ways of looking at the game. It used to be just, we got to show the tournament and the players and the competition and the money, and that it was very one-dimensional. And I think now we can show a three-dimensional portrait of the game. And, and again, right behind us in our show, there'll be somebody else coming with probably another idea. So that's the neat thing about creativity is you've always got to bring your toes because there's somebody else coming up with a better idea.
Yeah, and by the way, in our tournament here real quick, the Mopper went in with Queens against Rock Forever's Kings, and it did not work out for the Mopper, so we'll say goodbye to him in 8th place. So bye-bye, Mopper.
The Mopper like Mopper up?
Yeah, exactly.
He got mopped, huh?
He got mopped. That's a shame. By the way, now we went out and I wanted to ask you about this, and I totally blanked it, but I found a YouTube video with you talking about Stu Unger. It's about 8.5, 9 minutes long. There's a bunch of different interviews telling stories about Stu. And, I being one of the premier historians in the game, I was curious to hear a little bit more about your thoughts about Stu Unger and his place in poker history. We were talking about him on Poker Atlas with a Table Talk post on there. Where does Stu rank among the greats of the game?
Well, you could probably do a whole show on that, and I think that there are a couple of critical things to remember about Unger. First of all, his record of playing in this is just extraordinary. It's been said before, but in case someone hasn't heard it, let me just give you the figures. He played in 30, I repeat, 30 events of buying of $5,000 or more. Now, keep in mind, $5,000 or $10,000 back, 25, 30 years ago, that's like 30 or 40 grand today. I mean, it's, significantly more money. So those are really the cream de la creme of poker players. And some of those events had 50, 60 players, but some had 200 or 300. They weren't fields of 5 or 10 people. They were substantially large, and they were also the best players in the world. And of the 30 tournaments that Stu Unger entered of that stature, he won. I want to repeat, won 10 of them.
Jesus. Oh, my God.
Won 10. He had 1 in 3. And the numbers just don't lie there. It'd be one thing to cash in 10 of 30. That would be pretty darn good. You're supposed to cash in 1 in 10, theoretically. Maybe make a final table 1 in every 20 or 30, or depends on how big you are. He won 1/3 of the big bet tournaments he played in. That's extraordinary. That will never be matched again. And then, of course, there's the cash game Stu Unger, the gin rummy Stu Unger, the sports betting Stu Unger, which are entirely different questions about personality and greatness. And but just leave it at that. I mean, that alone puts you in a different, not a different planet, a different universe.
Would he have been as successful in today's game the way it's changed so much?
That's another question I've been asked, and I don't think you can answer it. And here's the reason: because the players are so good now and become so versed in sort of the math and the some advanced strategic concepts that were simply not around in the 1980s and 90s when Stu was in his heyday. Would Stu be able to adapt to them? Absolutely. There's no question. However, I mean, there'd be a lot of, Stu would enter competition. Another thing that I think is different here is that when Stu Unger was, dominating poker to a certain extent, the game was much different then too. And, those same self-destructive tendencies that he had back then would probably be amplified today. If you think about television and more money and endorsement deals and the vices that he had. And if people don't know what I'm talking about, I mean drug abuse and, a lot of very, reckless behavior. And, you can imagine if it was like that in the 70s and 80s, what it would have done to him today. So, as romantic a notion as it is that Stu Unger would be great or even better today, I'm not so sure. He may have had a demise that was even quicker than it was.
Phil Hellmuth wouldn't be as great today if Stu was still around. Phil Hellmuth wouldn't have 14 bracelets. 13.
Yeah, that's an interesting way of putting it. Almost a whole different, category. I mean, certainly I don't know if there's ever been a better a Hold'em tournament player than Helmuth. I know he's played a lot of tournaments, but to I think what is it, the 13 of the 14 were in
No limit hold'em.
We're in our very like limit hold'em also, I think.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, his record again speaks for itself. I don't care how many tournaments he's entered. I know he's entered a lot, but to have that many wins is pretty extraordinary.
Now, being the media director of the World Series, I'm sure you get a lot of requests about everything, especially after the schedule came out. What has been the big buzz point on the schedule this year that you've been seeing? What's everybody talking about?
Well, the thing about the World Series of Poker schedule that Jack Effel, the tournament director since 2006, is largely responsible for it. Now, I'm not pointing the blame. Actually, I'm giving the credit because he's got to juggle a lot of different interests. And I don't mean just listening to players and balancing the games, but there are corporate interests, there are television interests, there's the tradition of the game. There's also cutting-edge games that are coming up. And, in other words, there are games that, like Paducah wasn't played, a few years ago. Now that's become popular. Chinese poker is now popular. It was off the radar screen a decade. You've got to, basically the World Series has to be responsive to the market. And I think Jack Effel does an extraordinary job balancing all the interests that are there. Can he please everyone? No. Is this a perfect schedule for everybody? No. Can it be improved? Well, it depends on, what you want. Let me say something very, very quickly in defense, I think, of the World Series of Poker schedule. We've been criticized. There's not enough this. There's not enough that. We should have more limit hold'em, for example, or 7-card stud, what have you. The numbers for some of these other games have been falling off in recent years. And if the World Series of Poker wanted to pad the numbers and just, make as much money as they could, which is what we're accused of sometimes, we would just run 65 no-limit hold'em events. We'd be filled with 3,000 or 4,000 people a day, and we would smash every record in the poker universe. Well, we still run 7-card stud, which will get 400 people. We still run, deuce to 7 this, or an event that we know is not going to get that big of a turnout. Why? Because it's the World Series of Poker, and the key word is poker. World Series. It's got to encompass other varieties of the game, and I'm very proud and privileged that this is the only tournament in the world that continues to honor those traditions and help grow games as well.
Yeah, it is amazing, this schedule that's on the board this year. And, I think the one we've been talking about the most is the Dealer's Choice event, just because of the uniqueness of that. How do you think that's going to play out?
Well, nobody really knows. I expect, to be a little rocky at first, and, as people adjust to a game that no one has ever, played before. And by that I mean a format with, what were we playing now? I thought it was still stud, and you'll have those questions. And anybody that plays mixed games understands that you better pay attention because they change the game on you. And one time, by the way, I was playing stud high. I thought I was playing 7-card stud high low split, and 8 or better is the other name for it. And they'd switched to stud high. And I had the nut low, and I'm raising and re-raising and not counting, and I didn't realize they'd change the game to high. I'd done that once on the line and cost me a lot, and I did it live once, and of course never forgot it. Anyway, the point of that story is that you got to be on your toes, and that's the problem with Dealer's Choice. Is it's something that people aren't used to, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting event. We're looking forward to that, along with so much going on at the World Series. Of course, we have Nolan Dalla, the media director of the WSOP, on the line. Nolan, the blog. I got to tell you, you even got my wife's attention with NolanDalla.com, and I'll tell you what, that is hellish difficult to do. So, what's your inspiration for doing the blog, and how much fun is that for you? It looks like you're having a blast with it.
Well, it's a lot of fun because I think that, like people that are listening, we all have opinions, don't we? And I think the frustration in life is most of us. Most people don't have an outlet for those frustrations. You have to go through life and trod through, working for a boss maybe you don't like or a job you don't like. And, everybody has those kind of pressures in their lives. But, there's really not much we can do about some of the ills of the world. Well, when you have a voice, even if it's a blog or, in your case, a radio show or an article, say you do a column for a magazine, whatever, you essentially have a safety valve on some of your feelings and ideas. And for me, I've got the best thing in the world because I run the site. I can write whatever I want. I got nobody to answer to. No sponsors. I can say whatever I want. And there's a lot of freedom that comes with that. It can also be dangerous, if anybody that's read it, they'll know. But I will say that let me just say that one thing I have a crusade about is we are in a mass media era when social media and video and viral journalism is really become so pervasive that we've lost the key word here is the written word, and I think the written word still is king. In other words, armies and guns and governments and all these different things that go around the world and in many cases make lives miserable. Nothing will ever outgun the written word. And what I mean is a good idea and a powerful conviction behind it. And my thing about writing is it's the word, the written word is something that's I hold sacred, and I'm somewhat gifted. I think I can get a lot better. But, you practice and you work at it. It's like anything else, playing the guitar. If you play it over and over, you get to be pretty darn good at the guitar after a while. Same thing about writing, same thing about you doing a radio show. It's repetition and trial and error and learning from your mistakes.
Well, no, you never make a mistake. We haven't seen one yet. So. except for being late on the show. That's all right. That's all right, buddy. Well, I hate to do it, but this tournament's wrapping up, so we're going to be wrapping the show up soon. But we'll have to get you back on when we got a little more time to chit chat more. But still, great stuff from you, and appreciate you calling in.
I appreciate that. Thanks again, and hello, Las Vegas, and good luck, Mark Hoke. We'll talk soon.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, there we go. Nolan Dalla. We got him, everybody.
Always a great guy to talk to.
Oh, man. We could talk to him all night. We really could. Hang on just a second, Nate. I'm going to get you back on the line. We'll bear with me for one moment. We'll get Nate Dallin back on there. We are down to 3. The blood has just been like the Middle Ages here, the Crusades in the last part of this tournament. And right now it is Nate Dallin hanging on there at a little over 15,000. We've got rounding 0.216 there in second at 1283, and Rock Forever's at 9,200. So some pretty wild hands there. Nate, we had a quads roll off there and everything. It's been a good tournament.
Where do we have quads roll off at? Oh, the
fives. Yeah.
Fives.
How about sevens, deuces, and ace king? And the sevens actually held up. A shocker.
Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm running good right now.
Somehow I have a feeling I'm going to have to edit this podcast. I may have to re-record and edit.
Why?
Well, because I split it up. Because usually what I'll do is, we'll the part that goes on the Podbean account.
You just like to have so much more work for yourself. You like to add to the pile.
No, but it's in 2 parts because I split the recording when we get to the tournament. So once I finished up with, now I'm blanking here. Was it Rich? I think I stopped at Rich, and then we got Al, and then we got Nolan. So we'll have to do a recording and piece it together or something. We'll figure it out.
Right.
Give everybody something fun to download. Oh, but a good run here for between these 3 players. Very good tournament tonight.
Which one's for the table? The no limit game or the horse game?
The no limit game. One says off tilt series event number 10.
Well, I'll take it a little bit more seriously then. I thought the horse game was for the table.
Oh, we alternate every week there, Bonzo.
Oh, jeez, I'm over here holding my breath. No wonder so many people are sitting out of that game.
Ah!
I was like, what are they doing?
Wake up there, Nate, buddy. It's only on this. It's only on the screen.
I'm wide awake, bud. See those chips? God. I'm okay.
All right, you're all right.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a grind, Mark. I'm so used to sitting behind a computer clicking buttons. Sometimes it gets hard.
Yeah, hey, and one more thing. I want to make sure that you guys get to hear this before the show wraps up, too. Once again, we do have that promotion going on with Poker Face News and Poker Notes Live. Want to remind everybody about that, so I'm going to run that real quick for you so you hear it.
Want a chance to win the Poker Notes Live premium version for free, valued at $10? Poker Face News is offering an exclusive promotion only to the Mark Hoke Show listeners, whereby one version of the Poker Notes Live premium app is being given away for free every week. To win one, sign up to the Poker Face News email newsletter, where you will also be the first to hear exclusive interviews with some of poker's most interesting personalities, as well as much more. Sign up now at pokerfacenews.com/Mark Hoke. That's no spaces, no dashes, pokerfacenews.com/Mark Hoke.
All right, so go to pokerfacenews.com/Mark Hoke, and you can sign up for the newsletter, get the app for Poker Notes Live, and if you get it and they select you, you could get it for free, so that's not bad.
Not bad at all. And it's only a couple bucks if not, right?
Yeah.
So.
And Nate trying to get his chips back after the 610 call, and he is...
Well, that 610 call, it's really not a bad call. I've probably got 2 live cards. I've got ways to make straights, flushes, and just a pair is probably going to take out an ace-king or a small pair. So you have to take chances when you have chips to knock out those small stacks. You have to. That's just the way tournaments have to run.
Yeah,
if you don't make those calls with hands like 6-10, you can't get bluffed every single time.
Yeah,
and the blinds are big enough to call off a 10 stack.
The funny part is Rock Forever's complaining about that. I've seen mates do some crazy stuff too. So,
hey,
not that I'm saying that your play was crazy. I'm just saying. I'm saying Rock's crazy. Rock is crazy.
It's also good to do when you know you can chip up by raising in blinds and stuff. Once you get ahead of somebody and you have them 2-1, take those shots. You have to knock somebody out. Stu Unger, if you take Stewie's advice, if you have more chips than them and they push, you've got a chance to take them out. Do it.
All right. So Rock is now the chip leader. We got a 5,000 chip pot right here in rounding, trying to stay alive here, and he is going to pick this pot up, so that'll take him to just about 12,000.
Yeah, we're all
so
even.
We're essentially dead even here with 3 to go.
These guys are good. I think Rock Forever misread his hand up in the horse game, though.
That'll happen.
I think he was still playing some Raz.
All right, so 4,000 is probably got a 7-king queen on the board. And it's going to be a 2,400 chip bet here from the Rock. Will Mad City Ads call?
It's a good bet. I've got an ace without a face.
He's a good bet. And that'll give Rock the lead. Goes up to 15,000. Rounding needs could really use the win to get him. Because I don't think he's scored yet. I know both the other 2 players are in the top 18, and this might secure their final spot.
It's not going to be easy. So how does that work, Mark? So how do we get the table? We have to get to the top 18, and then does it start over?
Nope. Then you guys have a one 18 player tournament to win the table.
Ooh.
So you got to qualify, and then you got to win the last tournament.
That's a pretty good deal.
We've had some interesting runs. The legendary 8-4 offsuit Coolering Pro, which propelled him to a victory. Oh my God, that was unbelievable. So we'll look forward to giving away another table here. Scheduling wise, looks like it's gonna be right around the World Series. So should be fun. And Rounding's gonna pick up some more chips on that. He takes the lead. Of course, the blinds
need to get a waiting list, Mark.
Yeah. Blinds are 350, 700, 85 Andy. So these guys are battling it out right now. Try and win this thing. Boy, we have 5 guests on the show today. I haven't done that for a while.
You're always like 6 guesting it. What do you mean?
Well,
how many did you have last week?
How many did we have last week? We had 2. It was 2 or 3. I used to do that. I used to 6 guest it. It was pretty sick. I would do 20-minute interviews. And I'd 5 and 6 guessed it. Way back in the old short stacked radio days. Long time ago there.
Did you see that post I put up? Your wife commented on it.
Oh, no, I did not.
Putin holding a gun saying Barack Obama, never heard of her.
There you go.
That was funny.
I saw a post today that somebody had Putin's wife and Michelle Obama.
Yeah, that was one of mine too.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Putin still wins.
Way wins.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
That is a gorgeous wife Putin's got.
I bet Michelle just nags the living shit out of him. I just have that
It's your turn
feeling.
to get up with the girls.
Oh my god!
You tell the cook to make them breakfast.
You know what? You know what? The moment that I think is telling. Oh, we got an all in here from Nate on a flush draw. Rounding does have the 8. Oh, and there it is. Nut flush.
Fade the 8.
Just had to survive the 8, and there it does. He does. So Nate back in the lead. But I think the one thing that exemplified the Obama's marriage to me was when Obama was taking the selfie with the prime minister from one of the Scandinavian countries at Nelson Mandela's memorial ceremony, which is so fucking tacky as is.
She looks all pissed off.
Oh my God, she gave him the stare of death. And
that could have just been one moment captured where she didn't realize what was going on.
Oh, I think she knew exactly what was going on.
It's just like, when do you finally grow up? You're president. It's like, come on, lady. When do you get the stick out of your ass? He's the president. Sorry.
But wow. I bet she chains him up at night. It's like, you're not pulling any Clintons, motherfucker.
Oh, that's horrible.
You're gonna stay home and wash the dishes.
My pocket 4s just got crushed here, Mark. If I call, I play the board.
Oh, and I just boo-booed too. Bear with me. I'm sorry, your broadcast is going to be temporarily goofy. My apologies. I bumped the big monitor cord.
Oops.
Okay, you guys should be back in good shape. Sorry about that. You know, the one that puts the game on the screen. Ended up covered up with all the windows I had on the big monitor. Incorrect.
Oh, you don't want me to look at this river card? Oh, yes, you do.
So, just to run down.
Sorry, Rock.
Uh-oh.
I just sent him out of the horse game.
Oh, that's not nice. We had, so it's Rock Forever, Mad City Ads, rounding to 0216, remaining in the tournament. XX Esoteric finishing 4th. JB Wisconsin finishes 5th. Burner 220 out in 6th. Guitar 195X. Out 7th.
Ooh, rounding up just went bye-bye.
Oh, and Nate
good game, sir.
Sitting on the Queen 4. And it will be Mad City Ads taking on Rock Forever for the win. I know you won one of these. I think Rock did too. So we got another 2-time winner.
Well, I'm hoping to be a 3-time winner. I'm not giving up that TV or that TV. Oh.
We have no TVs.
No TVs.
No TVs.
I tell you what, you guys want to ship me a 16-inch TV? I'll ship you my poker table.
Oh, okay. We'll work on that.
One of those smart TVs. Yeah, I'll trade you. Wisconsin for the win. No, I'm in Vegas and I was born in Michigan. My mom lived in Wisconsin. It's not where I'm from. Oh, that's right. Darn it. My kid was born in Wisconsin as he's yelling at me. He's whispering, yelling at me. I can't disrespect Wisconsin because he was born in Madison.
Yeah, let's see, the basketball team won today. That was a double-digit covers text pick today.
Well, don't prefer it. I tell you what, Rock, you have one life, sir. You can choose to live it in the snow and doing what you're doing.
Get your ass out
Or
of here.
you can live your dreams and shoot for the goals that are really going to put a smile on your face. Don't find out the hard way like I did. Drop your mom off from a nice, great night of poker. You've done everything you possibly could to make it right, and barely even get home, and they call and say, she's having a heart attack. You got to get down here. So I'm tell you what, man, live your dreams before your dreams are gone. Where'd you go, Marky?
I'm here. I'm just listening.
Ace 5. I got to fade it. Did I fade it? I faded it. Okay. Whew.
All right, King 6-5 on the board here between Mad City Ads and Rock Forever.
Well, I'm also heads up over here in the horse game, too, so forgive me if I'm a little paying attention to things that don't matter, too. But Jay Durant is over there. Jam the Great? Is that what it is? Is that what it is, Mark?
You got me. What exactly are you talking about?
In the horse game.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not looking at the horse game.
Okay. All right. Jam the Great?
Oh, the guy that finished last in the other tournament, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's heads up with me over here in the horse tournament.
Oh,
so.
wow. So Nate's cleaning up. How about that? Yeah,
Well,
Rock in the chat box did say you messed up so
why
bad.
do you invite me on the show if you don't want me to win,
Oh.
right?
I don't care who wins publicly.
Winning is for winners.
Rock says, so I have to enjoy the snow or learn to work for someone again.
No, sir. No, sir. You can still work for yourself.
Yeah.
I won that one over there.
There are so many street corners in Vegas, Rock. You'll have a great time.
Yeah, my wife, Vegas Angel, she does this little hooker and not a hooker, so there's some free advertising for you right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have Rock Forever condoms. Come on, that's perfect. Boom. There you go, Rock. You owe me a nickel for every sale.
Did you really make that 10?
Club draw on the board and 2 10s, and Rock is firing at it.
How do you fold an ace here, Mark? How?
Click the fold button.
Why? Can I?
Well, you can.
Really, Rock?
You can if you want, but you don't have to.
Cheap bastard, I'm lying. I ain't got an ace. If I had an ace, I'd have pushed it in right there.
And Rock goes to 23,000, biggest lead of the tournament.
Did you see that other post that I put up? Tell me you at least looked at that where the guy folded aces, or did you put that up on?
I put that up on
Poker Atlas.
Yeah, I did put that up on Poker Atlas.
That is sick. And the reason, do you know the whole show?
Yeah, it's actually in the video. If you go to pokeratlas.com, you can check it out. But yeah, because he was on the big game, and he was where his dollar amount was. He was the leader, or he was going to win that the package that they give out, to play in all the big tournaments and stuff. So he said that he was not going to play another hand because he had it wrapped up, and he got the minute he said it, he got aces and folded.
And geniusly folded, because I don't see Locke laying down sixes for a big re-raise there either. I've seen Locke play too many hands, and he didn't care. It wasn't really, he had nothing to lose. So I don't see Locke or Mercier going away pre-flop there, unless he shoves.
Yeah, unless he goes huge.
Knit it.
The only thing there is that he could have maybe pulled the look. I said I'm not playing a hand. I'm in a situation where I've got this thing wrapped up, and all of a sudden, whoa, he's playing a hand.
No,
that I would have been like, oh my God, what does he have under there that he's actually willing to? It's aces.
I agree with his play.
Oh, I do too. I have no problem with it. None.
I do agree with his play. I even had a friend who's taken down a WPT side event comment on there. There's no way you should ever fold aces pre-flop. And in his situation, yes, he should have. There is no reason that he needed to risk anything. He had the prize locked up.
Yep. Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
And when money matters that much, it really does make a difference. If somebody shoves and two people call and the next place money is $10,000 and then the next place money is $50,000, you can fold aces in that spot with two people all in and guarantee yourself $30,000 more. Right. Why not make that fold and just let it go? It was just one hand. You'll never know.
Speaking of never knowing, we got Nate with the min raise, and it's going to be a call from the Rock with a 5-3-7, two spades on the board.
That's a scary call.
And now another spade and a 7 just for fun, and a double pair on the board.
My king's good. I was pretty sure my king was good, but I need to get some more chips before I get risky.
So Rock Forever holding on to the lead here, trying to win another event. This is event 10 of the Off-Tail Poker Tables Tournament Series. We've got 6 of these to go. And if you want to play in another one down the road here, we're doing these every Sunday. It is on, you just go to pokerstars.net, click on the Home Games tab. Club ID is 629454, and the password is RogueWire. Standings are up on the Mark Hoke Facebook page. Mark Hoke Show Facebook page, excuse me. I want that 1,000 Twitter followers. I'm willing to do just about anything to get it.
Really? That's a lot of followers. I got like 600 and some. That's okay with me. But I have another account too, Vegas Tales, which has 1,100 followers.
Yeah, of course.
You can follow me at Vegas Tales or at Grinding N Ground. Just the letter N. Grinding N Ground.
I'd rather follow your wife.
You can follow my wife anytime you want.
Hey!
At Vegas Angel 12.
Woohoo!
Vegas Angel 12.
She should follow me. Does she follow me?
I don't know.
Come on, help me get to 1,000 followers. Tell her to grab her.
Grab her Twitter.
Let's go.
Hey, honey, come here. Mark wants me to grab your Twitter.
Hey. And another big hand there for Rock. He takes up to 28,000. 4-2-10, a couple of clubs, and Nate is going to be on the button and bet out here. Rock checked that down. He's going to. Oh, look at that. Sneaked in the check raise. And Nate groans.
I have no
and
choice.
Goes over the top. Looks like Nate's going to go all in here.
Well, bottom set. What do you do?
Oh, look at that. Oh,
I'm going to get outdrawn here.
You reeled him in.
I figured there was going to be a 5 and a 3 peel, no problem.
So Nate claws back into this thing. It's 20,000 to about 17,000. And Rock is going to go at 3x raise on the button.
That's a pretty good raise. Oh, ship the cheese. I got 2 overs. Come on, baby.
Two hearts. And then there's the
Come on, heart me.
There's the set for Rock.
Heart. Oh.
10 ball.
Good
Rock
game,
forever
sir.
Is your winner. Knocks off Mad City Ads, and that's going to be some big points for the Rock. Congratulations, you Rock. Way to go. Hey, guess what, kids? What a show. Holy cow.
First and second.
Oh, another 3.5 hour show. Pretty awesome. But that is going to do it. Hey, we want to, of course, thank you for coming, being a part of the Mark Hoke Show. We really do appreciate it. And we'll put the last effect that I need to get up on the screen here. There we go. But we want to thank all of you for joining us. And thanks to all of our guests. Good Lord. Rich Muni and Alcan Hang on the Fly. Nolan Dalla joining us, as well as Tony Dose from Double Digit Covers. And the chip burner, Robert Turner. Great show. So thanks to everybody for joining us. We do appreciate it. We will see you on KLAV 12:30 a.m. on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. I know we have Katie Perello, Las Vegas dealer, and of course was on the King of Vegas. Is going to be joining us, and I'm going to bat her. I'm going to bat my eyelashes at her. Apparently, she digs that. So we'll see how that works out. Plus, I'm sure other great guests will be coming in. So make sure you join us for that show as well. So, Nate, thank you so much for being a part of the show again. Appreciate it, buddy.
Always a pleasure. Always fun beating the snot out of your donkeys.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Oh, that wasn't nice at all.
Bring your A game.
Such a mean
Come on now.
guy.
First and second, I'm proud of myself. Come on now.
All right, guys. So we'll see you on Wednesday on KLAV, back here on Sunday. Thank you so much. We always do appreciate everybody tuning in. And make sure you download those podcasts on iTunes or on podbean.com at markhokeshow.podbean.com. It's also on mobile. Just put /mobile on the end of that, and you will be able to listen to us on your phone. Boy, that'll irritate the shit out of your wife, won't it? All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.